Thanks for watching Afternoon Live. Teenagers are known for pushing the limits, which can be very difficult for parents. So what's behind teens seeking out risk-taking behavior? We'll find out as we welcome back parent and teen coach. Barb Steinberg is with us. Barb, good to have you back.
Hi, Kara. Thanks for having me.
Oh, this one's making me nervous because I know I'm hitting that teenage years and I'm going to be trying to keep my kids alive. Because risk takers, why is that so common?
Yeah, well, there are a few reasons. One is they want to belong, they want to fit in, and can be some pressure from their peers to engage in certain choices to fit in. They want to grow up, they want independence, they want to feel like they're a grown-up. And sometimes some of these riskier choices are to manage stress.
Oh, interesting. So is it something that's going on in their brain as far as wanting to take the risks?
Absolutely. So this is really important, I think, for parents to know, and I think it's important for teens to know, too, what's happening in the brain. So there's a neurotransmitter called dopamine that is connected to the risk and the reward system in the brain. For teenagers, their natural dopamine level is lower, and that means that they get bored more easily. So when they are engaging in something that they enjoy or something that's kind of makes them feel alive, they release more dopamine than an adult does, which means that there's a big reward that comes from how they feel from engaging in something that they like, or they're hanging out with their peers and their peers are rewarding them, which is a huge dopamine hit, which causes them to want to do that thing again, or it causes them to be seeking out novelty or new experiences.
Is there any way to manage that? Because obviously you can't stop that fact then.
Right. So one of the ways that we can is if we know we have a child that kind of seeks risk-taking or feeling alive or new experiences, we want to allow for that, but can we allow for it in a healthy way? For example, they might run for student council, they might learn how to use power tools, they might get their driver's license, they get to stay home alone or cook their own food or go skiing or stand up paddleboarding. There's lots of ways to kind of get that dopamine adrenaline rush that's a little bit safer and healthier.
Yeah, so almost like empowering them, right, to take chances and take on change.
Yes, we want that, because if they don't take on change and try new things and push themselves a bit, they're never going to leave the house, and we're going to be making eggs for them when they're 30.
No, that's so true. And it's just interesting because there's a healthy way to do it and to empower. But what's like the conversation that you have with your child who you know is making choices behind your back?
Yeah, so I think one of the easiest ways to just talk about it in terms of their peer group or their grade or their school. So you might ask questions like, you know, what are the kids in your group? What are they doing? Are they partying? What are they doing? Are they drinking? Are they smoking? Are they vaping? How much? How often? So you're leading with curiosity, and then you might be able to expand it to make it a little bit more personal. Well, how do you feel about that? What are you interested in trying? What have you tried? What are your reasons for trying that? What are the good parts about doing that thing? What are the not so good parts? Do you have a designated driver in your group? Do you have something that you would say if you didn't want to try that? So kind of probing gently, starting kind of in a global way about their friend group.
It sounds like, in a way, you're mentioning things that you make it seem like you're okay with it. Is that okay to do as far as drinking, underage drinking, or that sort of thing? Like, do you kind of develop a friendship with them and so they're open with you about it?
So when you're leading with curiosity, it's because if you're leading with judgment, and you are already criticizing them with the tone of your voice or the words that you're using, they're probably not going to be open and honest with you. And one of the best ways that you can keep them safe and healthy is with the more information you have, the more education you can give them, the more support you can give them with whatever choices they're making. So every family has different values, where some families are like, absolutely not, you have to be 21 before you can drink. Other families might say, if you're in our home with us with you. There are other families that are educating their kids by giving them breathalyzers or drug tests because they want them to understand the consequences of their behavior.